Hey guys, Azucho here. So first, you guys should roll for a Deedlit if you do not have one already. She is very strong here, and we can look at the factions first. Origins of Light. So from Juggler, Princess, we can get this from Luna or Shalfaniel, and then a bunch of time buffers as well. Otherwise, you don't even need a action buffer for Deedlit. She can bring Gospel for herself. So that out of the way. Next, we have the talent here. For every one block moved, the Deedlit gets increased int and defense. So she scales very well with int as well as defense. So as you can see here, I've already worked on some int and some defense here. And after taking action, if this unit is in the danger zone but have not dealt any damage, she can act again. This goes down to a 2-round cooldown at maxed stars, which is really good. You can intentionally place her into the danger zone and also either attack or not attack. So she works with breeze really well. You can move into the danger zone, trigger the act again. If you do not get a breeze, you can choose to just move out of the danger zone and back into your team. Or if you do trigger breeze, you can go in for a very strong attack using something like the unicorns and hope to get kills that way. So you can also use the act again to just run down your cooldowns on your support skills like Gospel here. Gospel really strong. You can bring her with Sea of Miracles. This is a really strong supportive skill. It does have a high cooldown here, but it does have a very long reach, 5 blocks, 4 round cooldown, and on use you remove 2 debuffs from everyone, heal for 2 times the caster's int, and reduce the cooldown for all skills by 1. So this, not many realize this cooldown, but it can come in handy here. And you get 15% damage dealt for everyone for 2 turns. So it's like the attack damage portion of the miracle from Tiaras, but just for attack. So she can be a very good support if you don't even want to bring any sort of attack skills. You can do like Gospel, Sea of Miracles. Also this supportive skill, Accelerated Aid, gives one random ally within 1 block, +1 mobility, and immunity to mobility reduction, and the Curse of Wounding, which is the Lestel talent. So this is very strong support if you do not want to run her as an attacker. For example, if you ban Juggler and you force your opponent to a Cavalry Landius, she might not be able to kill the Landius all that effectively, but you can still use her supportive skills here. You can also ban Landius, force your opponent onto Juggler, and then run her with all of these very strong attack skills. So this one deals 1.3 damage. It's a ranged attack. Before battle you dispel 1 enemy buff and reduce their attack by 20%. So this is the shorter cooldown of the attack skills. Or we have this Elven Aura, which is also pretty good if you use melee soldiers. So it deals more damage here, gives you forests, so it gives you your unicorns, the forest bonus, plus 30% attack, and then gives all your other allies within 2 blocks forest as well, so you have to use this kind of carefully, because this can dispel water off of your juggler. And after taking action, they heal for 30%, so this can sometimes be useful, but this is just a very hard-hitting attack, usually used to one-shot units. And Windblade here, you want to be careful when you want to bring Windblade, because this does not make your melee units attack, unlike these ones. So if you want to hit very hard, you will usually bring one or both of these attack skills with the M defense break, just so you have 50% chance to reduce their magic defense by a lot. Or you can run something like one of them, M defense break, and probably like a Seer of Miracles or something if you have a buff from somewhere else. So there's a lot of ways you can play Deedlit. Now looking at the class here, just build int, defense, and yeah, skill. Standard stuff. Here you can just go like int, she scales well with defense. I went for the reduced crit rate just because of my equipment choice. I have the Giant's Resolve here. Also, it reduces the chance of being critically hit by 20%. But I think the better armor is actually the Aeolus. This have a 30% chance to reduce range damage taken by 30%. This is probably better, but I really don't know. For weapons, you have Gift of the Eternal Life, or I believe the Queen Scepter. I don't have the other hammer, so this is my only choice here. Fear of Tear, if you have one, this increases her skill damage by 10% if you have not moved. And she's going to usually trigger this a lot with her Act Again talent. So this is really good. If you don't have Fear of Tear, really anything else is fine. Other than Vampire Mask. You don't really need to reduce your opponent's defense. So Star Earrings, because Deedlit scales very well with defense, she can use Star Earrings and hope to survive against assassins. If you use the Elven Aura, this gives Deedlit Forests 20% defense bonus, and since you're stacking defense, she can hope to survive. Otherwise, you can use about anything else that you want here, like Meditation Ring. You can use what's the other thing? Dimensional Jewel. But probably just go with Star Earrings in case you want to face some sort of Hiei and live through their attacks. Right, so that's it for now. Oh yes, unicorns. Most of the time you're just gonna use unicorns. I can't really imagine any other time where you want to not use unicorns. Yep, so this is for it for Deedlit. And now I should update everyone on what's going on the Taiwan servers. So right now, the Taiwan server playoffs, they played their first match, the 256 to 128, but they're also resetting the entire thing, just because the match happened one day after the regular season ended, so nobody had time to prepare, which was sort of a mistake on the publisher side. And it was a best of one. So they had this weird scenario where on the description it said it was a best of one, but the JM said it was a best of three, and then during the match or like after the match it was a best of one anyway, so everyone got all confused on that. And now they're going to delay and reset this Taiwan server Season 4 playoffs for another week. So if we do resume casting those matches, it will be for another week before you see any more videos. The videos are actually quite long as well, so I might not upload all of them to YouTube, so definitely check out the stream, which I can link into the description. If you want to check out detailed devices, I will have co-casters with me, hopefully, when I go do those streams. But after next week, we'll also have the Season 3 Global playoff starting. So there's a lot to cover here. I'm not sure what to cover yet, so just stay tuned. Hope you have learned something here, and I will see you all next time.